Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride. I was thinking the same thing, Caitlin, because we do, part of the sales training for home improvement reps is to compliment sincerely something about the home you see, but they're all doing it. I think I did it for 20 years now that you're saying that, Jim. I would compliment the object. Well, that doesn't tie it to the person at all. So they have a nice painting above the fireplace. Great. That's a nice painting. Tying it back to you have really good taste. I like that picture you put.
Yep. All you need to do ahead of time is say, can I tell you something, so that you have their undivided attention. Okay. If you say it, they're thinking about the laundry or something. So you want to do it that way. The other thing is that you just keep reciprocating in your mind. Am I keeping him in the emotional pool, or am I getting into logic? So they don't buy the drill bit because they want a drill bit. They want a hole in their wall. So you always want to keep asking, what is it they want? And then, as you know, with a background in neurolinguistics, everybody has what's called a submodality-based buying mode. Mm-hmm. So if I'm selling a house, let's just do a house. If I'm selling a house and a couple walks in, and you guys are from Utah and you're buying in San Diego, and I say, wow, did you own a house in Utah? Yeah, we did. What made you buy that house? In Utah, it's a beautiful place. I've been there a couple times. It's beautiful. She's going to say, it just felt like home when we bought it. Feeling, kinesthetic, make a note. Mm-hmm. Sean says, it just looked like a great place to raise our kid. Visual, make a note. It just sounded like a good deal. Auditory, make a note. Now loop it and feed it back to them, because that's how they buy. Wow. Well, in other words, if they come in and they say, it just sounded like a good place to raise our kids in Utah, I'm going to say, look how quiet it is out here at this home. Look at that, because they buy based on auditory cues. If I say they're visual, I say, look at the view. If they're kinesthetic, I go, look at these granite countertops, on this hardwood floor. I'm going to parallel however they bought the last home, and then just loop it back and feed it into this home. So, for instance, if you could always loop, emotional looping is what I call it, right? So let's say the home had a security system, and the security system was a X150 Swedish security system, whatever that is, right? Okay. Most people will say, and the home has an X150 Swedish top-of-the-line security system.
And yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Nothing wrong with that. That's a fact. I would walk them up to the door, and I would say, Mr. and Mrs. Peterson, stay right there. Don't move. When you walk through this door, you're going to feel safer than you've ever felt in years. Now I've set a pre-clause to when they walk through, they're going to assess how they feel, right? They go, I feel pretty safe. That's right. That's all. You're kind of just using a methodology to access their feeling, and how they feel that, why they feel that way is because of the security system.
Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life, and always remind you to enjoy the ride.